What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more NBA 2K21 story mode. We're not working near to the end of the season, so I just love this dialogue. I'm on game 15 now. A few days ago I played. Just 6 years ago. Almost been a week without touching this game.
So one thing that I think might actually be interesting is we might have a lot of smaller players this year. If you are, 6 foot or under, you get a massive speed boost. You have access to higher ball handling ratings as well as like 3-point ratings.
Oh!
People might gravitate
for 2022. Okay, I see how you want.
The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, GA. Thanks. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Jared Allen. And it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. And for New York. And for
Holy shit, we're at 23? Oh my god.
Why is consistency so hard?
Because you're not playing against yourself, and we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days, and that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it. And well, Garland, the 5th overall pick back in 2019, had a slow start to his career, but around the midway point, he really started to take off.
You wonder, Greg, in that rookie campaign, if that's a bit of somebody realizing the length of an NBA season, and maybe he made a bit of an adjustment in his body. Now in his 2nd year, we can see some of the fruits of his labor in the offseason and him developing.
It's good from long range. Garland's got 7 points.
Oh, good to see Garland score the ball without dominating it.
The Knicks leading by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Noel trying to break loose. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
The wide open look here for Garland. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, Garland, a volume shooter right now from deep. He's capable of getting hot.
Here's Junior, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what won.
I hate losing, but...
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second.
All right.
We've got Larry Nance. He's out there with Torian Prince. Hartenstein is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2-guard spot.
I made 4.
Sexton the
4
pass
points.
to Prince. Back to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen, instead creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
Junior kicks to Gibson. Passes it to Cobb. Bangs home the trifecta.
It's a mistake,
Cobb's got
you
6.
know.
One of the more skilled
Those are just
offensive
made.
players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Windler. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Cobb with the steal. Burks in the corner. And stolen by Sexton. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. And here's the break. Shot from free throw range. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there. And I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
Another winner.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over and so... the Knicks. Noel's checked in for Robinson. Burks comes in for Julius Randle. And Junior subbed in for Derrick Rose. Cleveland leading by 8. Alec Burks is out there with Barrett. Then it's Junior. Then it's Noel. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. For New York, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Good on the bucket. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm. The Cavs really took a long look at Colin Sexton last year as a playmaker. And it seems like he's moving more and more into that role of being a microwave scorer.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Knicks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And Brent, the numbers for Sexton back that up. He's a great scorer, as we know, but his assist totals are low.
And this is why I think, Kevin, there's a lot of consideration where Sexton might move naturally into that guy that comes off the bench and creates disruption with his offensive output. Feels like a lot of Lou Williams type of moments could be ahead for a player like Colin Sexton.
Here's the pass to Noel. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Knicks making a switch.
Well, winning now.
in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's
So
checked in
112
for
to
Nerlens
1.
Noel. Toppin comes in for Barrett. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Cobb. And Junior subbed in for Alfred Payton. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Oh, that's
Junior
a
missing.
ton right there.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
The shot that time, not on target. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
So it's customized my court, but I can't get to it. Lose, win, lose, win, win, lose, 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 lose. No, win. Win, lose, lose, win, win. Man.
What are the gameplay differences between Gen 4 and Gen 5?
That's an interesting question because we wanted to do our best to try to keep parity.
Coming right up, the 76ers taking on the Knicks. For the 76ers, winning 7 of their last 10. And they aren't done. Fueled up and ready to charge forward toward another win here in this one. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA.
Thanks, David. So the New York starting five, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Derrick Rose. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together and Chris. Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Hill, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Maxey's subbed in for Green.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Payton looking around.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Both good from the line that time.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Knicks trail by 17. Payton passes to Junior. Shoots from 12. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Got that one up quick. Maxey's got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Will it go? They get the rebound. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
For New York, they have had two chances at the line already, making them both. And Simmons kicks to Hill. Payton on the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Philadelphia with the ball. Simmons dishes to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. And a wide open look for Simmons. And that one goes long.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Here's Junior. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
The 76ers leading by 15. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 29 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Payton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's Noel atop the key. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Payton uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the 76ers. Hill is out there with Maxey. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz at the small forward.
Lob it Howard's way. He'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
Offensive rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the pass to Korkmaz. Feeds to Hill. That one goes in.
And you can't lose track of Hill, a money shooter on the spot.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed.
Pretty lopsided game through the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play. Changes for Philadelphia. Maxey's checked in for Shake Milton. And George Hill's subbed in for Harris. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And the basket by Rose.
Look at the muscles of Rose right there. I mean, that's just an outstanding job, accepting the physicality and pummeling his way through.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett and Randall are in the forward position. Junior's out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Noel in at the 5.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points.
What's up?
Some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Shake Milton comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Toppin comes in for Randall. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And Junior subbed in for Cobb.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris, he's even been good from the free throw line.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. George Hill out there with Simmons. And it's Milton in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Joel Embiid.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely. Harris outside. Embiid trying to break loose. And Harris gets him to go on the assist by Simmons.
They made the most of their opportunities.
I've only been shooting for 30 minutes. Felt like 2 hours away.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now.
My God.
This one away.
Bullock with it. 8 feet away. And that one hits back iron. Outside Hill. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan saying,
I don't know if I like doing this. Hey AJ. And this is gonna be my last game.
Can we get a mic check from you just to make sure the sound?
Okay, DJ. Here we go.
Okay, DJ Duarte. Do you have a goal for your overall rating for the end of this year?
I want to.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on DA. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is this.
Thanks, David. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You all...
Group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. .109 left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Eubanks. And here's Jang. Johnson outside. Off target with his three.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
The Knicks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Free throw good, Junior. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
To the inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
I hit my head.
He's got 5 now.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Peyton passes to Noel. The dish now to Junior. With the fadeaway. Doesn't go for him. Spurs leading by 5.
Well, I canced him to the end.
5. There's a
If I really do get very tired of this, which I doubt.
It's rebounded by Khan.
If I want it at the very end, like
no
fourth quarter again.
New York, no good that time.
I'm streaming, so why would I do that?
Here's Johnson, the fast break chance. 4 seconds left. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Starting out his career, Derek White's been the benefit.
He's been big on me about just believing in myself. I remember one time he's like, it doesn't matter what's cool.
And it seems like White continues to improve every season.
And you know, whenever we rank coaches, we talk about systems, managing personalities, managing game situations, but player development is usually just as important.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Jang. Johnson is out there with Mills. And it's Eubanks in at the 4 slot. And so Walker nails both of them.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
Junior from outside off the mark. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. Did not have.
Why did I show myself that sim to end? Why did I do that?
Sometimes it's just not your night.
Greg, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. Eric comes in for Peyton. Johnson kicks to Murray. Softly drops in the floater. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
There's the floater game. Murray incredibly smooth in everything he does.
Here's Junior. They get it again. Pass to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. The Spurs making a switch here. So it's San Antonio with their lead standing. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime.
Let's go. I'm staring at it right now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out. Making a switch here. Junior's checked in. Barrett and Randle are in the forward positions. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Junior. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Pass to Junior. Shot from 12. That one, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Nerlens Noel checks in for New York. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson, he's checked in for White. Here's Johnson, and he lays it straight in. And the Spurs lead by 17.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The pass to Junior. Poke loose. Let's go. Rebounded by the Spurs.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And finished off by Gay.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Murray, the pass to Gay. Here's Pirtle. Back to Gay. Takes the 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Knicks trailed by 19.
And Smitty with Rudy Gay, the long-time NBA veteran. Father Time might have taken away what he once was, but boy, he still finds ways to contribute.
He does, G.A. Rudy Gay isn't the same scorer that he once was. But what I love about it, he's actually playing the power forward position more later in his career. He can still fill up the box score and also add a lot of rebounding. His passing has been underrated for a few seasons as well. The veteran guard, Patty Mills, has spent the majority of his career with the Spurs. Mills is a fantastic weapon off the bench.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked. Team's changing it up here. On the floor for San Antonio, Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Murray. Then there's Derek White. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Murray. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And with Mills, no doubt his biggest talent, I think, is his outside shooting.
GA, we know it. He's going to stop beyond that arc and pull up. Every now and then he'll drive it. He's been a great sharpshooter in his career. He knows what he's about, and he brings that energy night in and night out.
2 shots. And the first one drops. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that,
I really suck at the game, so
obviously,
I really can't.
In the NBA,
basketball
in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some.
I'm really starting, and this one is single player anyway, so I really can't.
Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson. A lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Passes it to Samanic. The leaner inside. That one goes. Count it.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Rose passes to Bullock. Now, here's Junior. Looking to get back on track here. Vassell grabs the board. Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And the basket by Vassell.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times. You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Murray outside. Pass to Wiles. Here's Jeffries. Off target from outside. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for New York. Pass to Junior. Shot from 12. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And New York making a change here. Payton's checked in. White, he's... So it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for...
So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a future video. Put me all live.